Hi, I'm Mike Gosby, co-founder of Kickstart Alliance, a sales and marketing leadership consulting team. Today, let's talk about digital marketing. To begin with, here's a simple definition. This is offered by Wikipedia, an umbrella term for marketing of products or services using digital technologies, mainly on the internet, but also including mobile phones, display advertising, and any other digital media. So here's a question for you. If this is digital marketing, what is not digital marketing? Hold on to that thought. In this presentation, I want to suggest that there are two elements of digital marketing, and they're both going on all the time. We need to pay attention to both and figure out how they interact. So the first half is, what can we learn about our persona and their information journey? And the second piece is, if we understand that completely and thoroughly, what is our optimum Marcom mix? How can we best engage them on their terms to nurture them in a relevant and meaningful conversation and dialogue that ultimately leads to them purchasing our product or taking some positive action that we want them to do on our behalf? To do that, there are 7 steps to digital marketing, and I'm going to lay them out very quickly one at a time. So first, develop an integrated marketing strategy. Now here's a curious data point. According to the Association of National Advertisers in 2016, 51% of businesses don't have a strategy. So what are they doing if they don't have a marketing strategy? Well, they're doing what I call marketing popcorn. Here's a press release over here. Let's go to an event. Let's blog. Let's have some random search engine optimization terms. All of these are independent, seemingly random, disconnected points of marketing that don't lead into an integrating and meaningful direction. What we want to have is an integrated marketing strategy that's based on us knowing our audience. It's based on having an audit of our marketing tools and tactics and using what works and discarding what we know doesn't work. We want to perform a SWOT analysis to assess our go-to-market readiness, and ultimately, we want to make sure that we have buy-in across the sales and marketing organization. If your sales and marketing teams have completely different views of what a good quality lead is, then no element of marketing is going to be successful. So step number 1 is we need to make sure we've got this integrated strategy. And if there's an analogy that I like to use, it's this. Good marketing is akin to playing a good game of good game of chess, where we're thinking 2, 3, 5, 10 moves ahead. And we're playing our marketing pieces in order to anticipate how customers and prospects are going to respond. And we're providing good, meaningful direction to get them to the outcome that we want. It's like playing chess. Step number 2, and this will not be surprising to anybody, but the most effective tool you have in your digital arsenal is your website. And you must design your website to engage your B2B personas effectively. We must be able to optimize our website to lead in and integrate with our information journey from our target persona. And ultimately, we need to make sure that it's working cross devices. Now, this is a new element that has come up in the last 1 or 2 years, where we need to make sure that the websites are fit to both computer, to iPad, and to even cell phone uses. And knowing that the website is the number 1 most preferred, most obvious way that your prospects are going to engage with you, if you could only pursue one digital marketing asset, make it be your website. Point number 3 is all about search marketing. Now, not that long ago, search marketing was considered a standalone, isolated tool. You required a different kind of marketing skill set, and this person sat on the opposite side of the room, away from your advertising, away from your PR people, and they worked isolated, and they worked maybe with your web people. This needs to change. Search marketing works best when it is informed by your B2B persona. So you let the persona inform what your search engine optimization strategy should be. So remember earlier in the presentation, I asked you if this is digital marketing, what is not digital marketing? And often one of the primary responses that comes back to me is, well, Mike, PR, press relations, is not a digital marketing tool. That's incorrect thinking. Everything has a digital component in it. And here's how PR fits. If we target key phrases used by decision makers, we need to make sure that anytime we incorporate a press release, we're working on editorials, that we can seed that information, those phrases and keywords into any type of article, press release, editorial engagement we have, so that when those materials get printed, there's what we call a quality backlink. That means we've seeded our marketing tools with right words and phrases where we want our prospects to go, oh, that's an interesting term. That's what I want. They'll search on it. And because we've incorporated into that search engine optimization, our links will be at the top of the organic search responses. That's using PR strategically to fit in with a digital platform. And ultimately, we want to make sure that we're understanding geographic targets. Different words and phrases are used by different regions, different countries. If we really want search engine to work for us to the optimum advantage in a digital marketplace, we need to make sure we understand what those nuances are cross-regionally. Do not develop a North American digital strategy and assume it works for the rest of the world. If you do that, you'll be disappointed in your results. So let's make SEO, search engine optimization, part of our customers' information journey and incorporate that into our overall marketing strategy as well. All right, point number 4, this leads to content. Now, here's the irony that we face as marketers. We actually don't control the marketing ecosystem. It is cliche to say it, but I'll say it here. The internet has changed everything. We no longer control the use of messages or the listening to the messages that we put forth. And this is because our target market goes out of their way to avoid your sales rep. In fact, if you've got a lengthy B2B sales cycle of 6, 9, 12, 18 months, if you're selling something that long duration, I guarantee you that your target prospects are going to know about you long before they have raised their hand and you know about them. So what does this mean for us from a digital landscape? It means we need to think in terms of both push marketing and pull marketing. Push marketing is where we write the messages, we have the white papers, we do the editorials, and we push them out on our website and through other mechanisms. Pull means we don't know who these customers are, and we want to seed third-party sites, syndication, curated content, other websites. We want to seed those with our messaging, with some key pieces of relevant, meaningful information that our prospect is likely to find. And when they find it, they will raise their hand and say, oh, I'm now ready to talk to your company. So we need to make sure that our content strategy incorporates both pull and push mechanisms. We need to become findable in a world we don't control. So the question is, well, how do we do that? There are many ways to do this, but I tend to boil it down to three ways, 3 keys to success to becoming findable. The first is, when you're thinking about your content, seek to educate first and sell second. When you educate first, you're showing respect for your target market, your target buyers. And if you can put content out that relates to the problem they're trying to solve, to the alternatives that they have, and you don't make that a blatant buy me product, or piece of content, they will more than likely pay attention to it, and even beyond that, they might actually take it and share that with other people in their sales process. So tip number 1 is educate first, sell second. Become the advisor before you become the vendor. Part number 2 is, when you do write a piece of content, and this is because personally I'm a little bit lazy, I like to develop a piece of content once and find 3 places to play it. So look for 3 different media. Maybe it's your blog, your website, your email. Look for multiple ways to play and make that content available. You'll get a much broader reach when you use multiple channels to communicate that piece of information. And third, remember to refresh it. Content becomes stale very, very quickly. So easy ways to change it once it's been out there for a while is change the date. Change the headline. If you've got statistics in your article that are old, let's say from 2013, erase those statistics, look for 2016 statistics, and put them in, and then update or release your content again, now with new, more current data. And then also consider you can use the exact same piece of content, but change the format, change the design of it, spice it up a little bit, use different colors, use ways to make it appear new. And that allows you to have a longer lifespan of any content that you put forth. All right, now once we've got content out, a key question is, do we gate that content or do we not gate that content? And here's a helpful reference tool put out by Marketo. Now they segment different types of content by early stage, middle stage, or late stage buying process. And this is a guide. Your business is going to be different, but here you can see that different types of content, thought leadership, building awareness, might be best if you play it in an ungated fashion where it's free for all. When you're now moving into middle stage and you want to offer more specific content relevant to a specific use case, maybe that does make sense to gate that, to ask for some specific relevant input and material and information from your prospects. And then late stage, it could go either way. It depends on your buying process, whether you want to offer additional information for free or you want to have that requiring some additional input from your customer base and your prospects. This is a strategic question, and it's worth taking some careful thought on how, where, when, and how often you're going to make digital content available.